Welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with, look who it is, Owen.
And Martyn.
I'm always here.
Oh.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, a little bit tired over the weekend.
Did you see Red Bull Rampage?
All 6 hours of it?
No, I didn't watch all 6 hours live, I've got to be honest. Did you watch all 6 hours live?
No. I went out on a bike ride instead.
What were your initial thoughts? Because I think we should talk about it. I think some big blunders took place.
I mean, it's an amazing event, and for me, I remember like the first Rampage, because it was like all this like hype about a points-based competition for what is this sort of like flowy and ephemeral thing of freeride. Freeride, yeah. And it was like big and burly. And then I kind of watched it and I was like, oh, okay, that's the bit at the bottom where normally they're just sort of cruising in and they've got a snapped handlebar or they've almost lost a limb.
Yeah.
That bit is now like a bike park. And I was a bit like, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it was like a bike park, wasn't it? But we'll get on to that in a minute. I mean, basically, I think, you know, essentially this event, if you haven't heard about it, is they go to a mountain in Utah where there's essentially no structured lines. Riders take a build crew with them, and the week prior to the event, they cut in new lines or modify existing ones from previous events and make a truly original descent down this mountain, expressing freeride to its ultimate, gnarliest version. And for some riders, that is what happened, and for others, it isn't. It was all, let me first say, right, it was all spectacular.
Oh, yeah, it's all mind-blowing.
There wasn't a crap bit about it. But what we're going to get into here, right, is the difference, I think, between freeriding and slopestyle. Okay, because what's happened is that Brendan Fairclough, UK rider, took his dig crew out, Ollie Wilkins, Ben Deacon, friends of the show, an amazing crew, and they went back to the roots of what Rampage was all about and made an incredible freeride run. His run is scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, like it's...
Oh, it gave me shudders.
It's like top to bottom, just the gnarliest lines, and like... There's bits where he's just sort of like tiptoeing around corners. And you kind of initially kind of like, well, why is he going so slow? And then you see the humongous drop of the side of him. And hopefully you've seen Blake's crash and video.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
But what Brendan's sort of like wobbling around, where you're like, why is he doing a wobbler? I mean, the rest of it is just insane, though. It's just mind-boggling.
There's no getting away with some of those things if he gets it wrong. And I feel like it just epitomised what we all want to see from Rampage. He did a perfectly clean run, throwed in tricks as well.
Looked really smooth.
Yeah, a couple of backflips. He did, I think he did... Did he do a suicide? What was the other thing he did? It had everything that I think it was. Score comes in 76 out of 100, right? That's not high, if you're wondering. Not high at all.
For me in school, I would have been really happy with that, but not good for this.
He ended up 8th place, right? The winning run, somewhat predictably, was from Brandon Semenuk. He did a much more structured run, staying very much on path, down some very gnarly jumps on a very steep hill, I'm not denying it, but it was a slopestyle run where he did lots of amazing tricks, built up his score, got into the 93s, I think it was, and took the win off Simon Godziak, who was nearly there. And I just think, well, the reaction to all you guys out there, you guys were like, Brendan got 11th. It got 11th in the end. Just news just in from
Breaking
Jack.
News.
11th.
Not even the top 10.
And I just think, oh my God, that's insane. But basically, everyone went on to all of the forums, all of the comments below, Instagrams. Just like, what on earth is going on?
I mean, rightly so. Like 11th. I think, did not G get like a 3rd when he crashed?
Now, I want to
this was like super clean run.
Yeah, I want to state something for the record, right? Brendan Fairclough won Rampage. That was the winning run. I don't understand. I don't care. I don't understand why the judges would not score that highly. I just cannot understand it. A couple of years ago, he did virtually the same route down the hill and got an, I think, 86. Tom will tell us a bit later on, but it was a high score. And he improved on it.
Yeah, he did.
And got a 76. Something's going on. Stripes on his helmet? I'm not sure. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was wrong. It was wrong, Owen.
It was, but we're talking about him. Lots and lots of people are talking about him.
Yeah, but Red Bull have got an issue, right? Because they have tried to turn this freeride event, maybe for good reason, because it's dangerous. We were talking about it last week, how dangerous it is. And maybe they've gone, we cannot keep sending people down this hill, and so let's start modifying it in a slopestyle event. Fair enough. That's what they're doing. But the people have spoken. They voted Brendan's run as the best. The People's Choice Award went to Brendan. He won that. And they're clearly saying, that's what we want. A freeride event, not a slopestyle event. We've got loads of them.
And I feel like it's kind of like this weird thing of like, if you've got, which Red Bull as a sort of brand and house, they've done a really amazing job. They owned racing, they've got Rampage, they've got Crankworks, they've got all these huge events that are the top. And it does feel like they've morphed Rampage, at least the judge's decision has morphed it into another slopestyle competition. It's like, you've got one of those, let's make Rampage actually back to freeride. So like, less tricks and more gnarly lines.
I feel like it's quite easily solved because there's lots of people talking about how the judging works, and it must be hard to judge. I'm not, I wouldn't know how to do that. It must be really difficult.
Yeah, you would. That's rubbish. You'd be really good as a judge.
Not on that particular line, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, the judging could be solved. Like basically, we had a people's vote. They voted for a winner.
Yeah.
There's a really simple way of judging it, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just leave it to the people, or make the people's champ the premium win. I feel like that would be a really easy way to solve it. Let's throw it out to these guys because I know Tom's coming. He's got stuff to say about this as well. So let's throw it out to you as well in the comments down below. Let us know. Did they mess up? What was your thoughts on the judging? I really feel like they might have let Rampage eat itself by giving it to the wrong rider. Let us know your thoughts on that. Here's another thing I'd like to know is, did you watch it? That's an interesting thing.
I watched the women's event because that was incredible.
The women's I watched because it was nice and compact and it all happened at once.
Yeah.
The men's I didn't last. I wasn't even going to watch it live. But did you watch it live? If you didn't watch it live, where did you see it? That's quite interesting, let us know. Or, even more interesting, are you not even interested in Red Bull Rampage? How about that? That would be good to know. So let us know how you watched it in the comments down below. Let's throw it over to Tom in the news, because I know he's got some thoughts on Red Bull Rampage too.
What's up everyone, my Rampage hot take is I was actually a bit fatigued of seeing Rampage content on social media before the event, so when it came to competition runs it was maybe a little less impressive. Just for the men's this is, the women absolutely sent it, that was awesome to watch. It's less value for money for Red Bull, but by barely posting anything on social media in the run-up, or in fact afterwards, Semenuk all of a sudden plays a video game in real life down a mountainside, and it's incredible to watch because you've not seen it before. Now, I'm not saying judging is easy or that they were influenced by this, and I'm not saying I fully disagree with some of the runs at the top half of the table, but I think certain scores were maybe a bit low, and of course, it's hard to ignore that Brendan got a score of 87.66 for his line without the jump onto the rock or the Geordie shoot in 2019. Now, since the guys have already been discussing Rampage, I will just do a quick podium roundup. In this, the 18th edition of Rampage, the women finally had their own competition. Robin Goom's first run featuring 2 backflips and a high degree of technicality on some exposed chutes took the win. If you've not seen the GoPro footage yet, find that online. Chatting to herself on the way down, her energy, aggression and desire for the win is so apparent, and it was a sick run. Georgia Assel was originally on the alternate list and she smashed it with super fast drops into second place. Casey Brown, long-time women's freeride pioneer, third in difficult and dangerous terrain. The men's event saw a historic 5th win for Brandon Semenuk. Just as I said, real video game and real life sort of stuff. The guy is undoubtedly not afraid to go huge and do tricks at the same time. Simon Godsiek got second spot with a huge double backflip on the trick jump at the bottom, also backflipping one of the biggest features on course, and T-Mac pieced together his run, plenty of style, that terrifying canyon gap for 3rd place. Bonus round for this week's main story, young DH prodigy Asa Vermette was signed up for Red Bull at Rampage, with Jackson Riddle surprising him with the lid at the top of the course. Congrats to him. There's a new chain damper in town from Rimpact. It's intended to make chain slap a thing of the past, bringing the chain under control in order to isolate the rider from its feedback. By adding damping to this area, the suspension should feel a little more free to do its thing, and most notably, your bike should be deathly silent, allowing you to focus on the trail. The clamshell design fully integrates a chainring into the spider and should boast a really long service life, with grease trapped in a labyrinth-style system around the springs and elastomers on the inside. 230 grams, passes a load of fatigue tests, and 32 and 36 tooth SRAM and Shimano are available now, with 30 and 34 on pre-order, £280 for that one. Smith have got some new sunnies. The Seekers are a lifestyle pair of glasses featuring a ChromaPop photochromatic brown lens, which will automatically adjust tint to available light. Think running, hiking, biking, and alpine adventures for these. Canyon have new shoes. The Scamper shoes are available for a wide range of outdoor activities, from touring and trail rides to XC and e-biking. These shoes feature BOA lacing, a Solstar insole, and look wide and comfy enough for long days on the hill. Available in 2 colours between EU sizes 36 and 48. These will set you back 160 UK pounds. Last but not least, Brembo, a company famous for their automotive parts like brakes, have acquired Öhlins. Does this herald further Öhlins components beside top-notch suspension coming soon? All right, that's my time this week. I'm actually keen to throw back to get Martyn and Owen's thoughts on my Rampage hot take. Do you guys think that riders like Brendan lost the Rampage game but won the social media game? And was there just too much social media beforehand? Let us know your thoughts.
Cheers, Tom. That is a very good question.
Yeah.
Did the social kind of like huge broad sweep of it actually sort of dilute the event? Whereas with like watching a race, okay, you might get practice, you might get qualies and see a bit, but the race run is the race run. Whereas with this, it felt like all of the coverage was everywhere.
I feel like it's quite interesting thinking about, like Brendan absolutely nailed the social side of things, people's champion at the end of the day. And then Brandon Semenuk, really, like Tom said, hardly anything social-wise, but then on the day it's all fresh and meaty, and he tried to get it done in the first run. And I mean, in no way am I ever saying that Brandon Semenuk's run was not absolutely ludicrous. I just don't think it was free riding, but
I think it was slopestyle. I think it was an incredible performance, and I think it's a really, but we're not necessarily, and I'm sure he's a really nice guy.
What do you think about this point is that the social is where I feel like Brendan Fairclough got the most out of this event of any rider.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
He's a monster rider, right? Now, Brandon Semenuk didn't put anything out on social. Did Monster actually win Red Bull Rampage? Because they're the people who got the most out of it.
Well, yeah, they have. We're talking about a monster athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, interestingly, another monster athlete, Tom van Steenbergen,
Gergen. Oh,
right?
Yeah. He did that amazing front flip.
Yeah.
That should have scored more.
Did you see his social media post saying he was a bit gutted that he didn't do better than 4th for having basically risked his life on the front flip?
I mean, it is pretty gnarly.
I feel like he's playing a slightly different game there, because I don't think he could argue that he didn't do a very slope-style run.
Agreed, he did.
As much as Brendan could,
let's
say that. It's tricky ground, but he did send a big front flip. But the front flips are very straight, although...
Is this where you're saying front flips are sort of easy?
No, I'm not saying they're easy, right? What I'm saying is he kind of implied that he took a huge risk taking a front flip. It is a huge risk. Any flip, forwards or backwards, is a risk. Your head is closer to the ground at one point. Never good.
Agreed.
Right? So he did take a big risk, but But all I'm saying is it's very straight. The one point I would make, which is a free riding argument for Tom van Steenbergen's run, right, is that when he lands, the bike soaks up an incredible impact. So much so that he kind of just bounces and then catches a burn.
Yeah.
So there was an element of, oh my God, if he wasn't on a free ride bike, he was never going to get away with that. So I think I might have just changed my own mind on Tom van Steenbergen's run. Because that does demonstrate free riding when he lands like that, and just the bike kicks.
So judges have got their kind of rule book. What about, instead of single crowns, dual crowns? Because that would stop loads of slope-style tricks.
Single crowns on red. I mean, it just doesn't add up. I would like to also add that I'm just, I don't necessarily know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff, okay, all right? I am the trials geek, and I loved Brendan's line, which was very trialsy. So if you don't agree with me, tell me in the comments. I want to hear it. And hey, I might argue back, because I get in them comments. I'm in the comments.
We'll know it's you because you've got the wee little...
I got a little badge there, exclusive. And if you're a trail boss or your trail crew, you get these lovely badges next to your name in the comments. You also get custom emojis.
Nice.
The super nice emoji is by a long way my favourite. I super nice everything. And of course you get discount in the store. Trail boss, you also get priority comments. You also get exclusive poles, and if you stay on for 12 months, you get an amazing water bottle that's going to be well worth it.
Oh, nice.
I can't tell you much more about that. 'Cause
That's how
I
exciting
don't
it is.
actually know, but it's
super
actually
secret,
very
okay.
good. So that's what I'm hoping for. I want that water bottle.
Oh, yeah, no,
so I've gone in deep right at the start. So we appreciate that. Another way that we really, really love your support, and last week was a great example of it on our 500th show, is getting in on the super thanks.
Yeah.
That was really appreciated. We had like 20 super thanks last week. And it just means an awful lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It feels great. So really appreciate those. Now, if you're on mobile, super thanks is super easy to do.
Yep.
It's slightly harder to find on desktop, and the membership's very easy to do on desktop.
Agreed.
Slightly harder, if not impossible, to do on iOS mobile. So work your way around that. But we appreciate your support on YouTube memberships, on super thanks, and of course in the store where you can buy our merch. Thank you very much.
Ergon competition.
Yes, come
Most exciting. Ergon stuff is brilliant. I've been using it before I was even here. And we've got 3 winners who won a wonderful ergonomic pack from Ergon. So winners are on screen, but Adam, Eric, Everett, welcome. Welcome to the Ergonomic Club of Ergon.
Fantastic.
Yeah, lots of stuff winging its way to you.
That is great news, great news. Hacks and bodges. It's quite simple this week. There's only one race top going one way.
Ooh.
Because I was amazed. Jay Simpson sent us 3 hacks and bodges.
3?
Yes. So
Okay,
I'm
that's
only
good.
giving it to him this week, right?
Does that mean we don't do the song?
Should we just do the song anyway?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! What a rendition! What a rendition!
Oh.
It's better when you just trail off like that. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
You did the right thing. You did the right thing.
Good. Jay Simpson, all these wonderful
Jay
things.
Simpson,
Yeah.
love it. Simple use of silly road bike bar tape. Whoever has that in their garage, not me.
Yeah, I mean,
he's put it on his
gravel
hammer
bike.
and his broom. Okay, so he's bikeified his tools.
This is excellent.
Simple bodge, right? Also, I like this one. Who wants silly curly bars on their bike? You know what you should do with them? Take them off the bike, throw the bike in the bin that had them, and then put those bars on a railing in your roof, and you can do pull-ups.
I like that.
Much better use in terms of fitness for road bike handlebars than road biking. Trust me, I know.
No, actually, that is true, because whenever I've ridden a road
it's true.
bike, all I do is sort of, I
Get
gain
bored?
a bit of, I get bored, but lose any kind of strength. I'm not
I
a
thought you were gonna
massively
say self-esteem.
chonk. No, that just melts away naturally.
I'm only kidding, roadies. Kinda. And lastly, he's used some cranks. These are actually very nice cranks.
They are, yeah.
As handles for his cupboard doors.
That's brilliant.
This is
I
the
love that.
level. Oh, Jake, this is the level of hacks and bodges I love.
this
It's
is
actually
brilliant.
making me smile. Because these are things I could possibly achieve.
You can do this.
I'm going to do some. I'm looking into a bit of 3D printing, which is some of the stuff we get sent as well. But these are the ones I feel like, I could put some bar tape on my broom. I could do that.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jay. It's very kind for sending those 3 in. If any of you guys out there have got a hack or a bodge, I'd love to see it. Send it into the GMBN uploader, and you could be, like Jay this week, winning yourself a GMBN race stop. Congratulations.
Woo!
Caption Contest. Look at
dear.
Steve. Look at Steve Owen. He's having a big sleep.
Oh, is
Big
he?
sleep on the rocks. I don't know what he looks like. He's doing, having a bit of a snooze.
It might be. He's a tired man.
Owen's zooming in on this. He wants to see the detail. The detail's not important, Owen. Don't worry too much.
What's going on? It
It's Steve laying on a beach.
Yeah, okay. It just looks like his arm is.
Tech guys, they just can't chill out.
Hello.
Just chill out.
Is that the Aegean Sea or is that the Mediterranean?
Such a goon. Right, first caption is from Northcraft87. He says, congratulations on the 500 show, thank you. His caption contest is overheating issues while Steve is recharging his biothermal range extender.
Can you see
Clever.
that in the pit? Is that what this?
No, he is.
Right, that's a joke. I thought he'd got a
I thought you were
biothermal
the
range
tech
extender.
guy. No, he is the... Next one.
Rugged, picturesque, untouched, pristine and beautiful. And some scenery in the background.
Like
that one a lot. That's great. That is from...
These are good.
yeah.
That's from Elric TDB. Initial photography says Steve taken out by another kamikaze stunt mug.
Like it.
Like that a lot. Wow.
That would take you out as well.
Have we ever given away 3 stunt mugs? Have we ever done that?
I think we should. It's Steve Jones. He's a legend.
Come on, 3 stunt mugs. Northcraft, Elric, and Initial Photography stunt mugs for you guys. Fantastic. If you'd like to win yourself a stunt mug next week, like those 3 guys, but we're only giving away one next week, give us a caption for this photo. Fabulous. Give us a caption for that, and you could be winning yourself the esteemed stunt mug next week. These are very sore.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Coming up on the channel this week, Owen, can I tempt you of how to get faster on your local trails?
Oh, yes, please. I like that a lot.
Inside knowledge on how to be faster where you ride.
I'd like that
How's
a lot.
That? Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good
really
one.
good.
What else we got?
Were we wrong about drop bars? I'm assuming that this is sort of like that they're bad. And Charlie Cunningham back in the day was wrong to put drop bars on his first mountain bike.
I don't think we should talk about drop bars anymore. Let's watch the video and see what you think. Yeah, that one's probably not for me. Red Bull Rampage. We followed Tom Ice did.
Yes.
On his rookie Red Bull Rampage year.
Rookie?
It's his first time.
No.
And he did some of the most incredible lines.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that social clip of his did, I don't know, 20 billion views or something.
Blake followed him intently. At some points, he was sitting on the bike.
Really?
No. But it's going to be very, very good.
It will be. Blake loves that stuff. It's great.
Yeah. So 3 great videos coming up for you there. Shall we go into the old bike vault?
Oh, I love a bit of bike vault.
Bike vault, starting off with Tapio Silvera Cuevas.
Oh.
And their Canyon. It's got Maguras on it, 40mm riser bar. Felt a bit claustrophobic due to its small reach, really.
Okay, I found it quite long.
I'm not getting bored, I'm just looking for the bell so we can do a super nice.
It's behind you.
It's over there in the...
by the front door of the shed.
Super nice for that Canyon. Thank you, Tapio Silveris.
Chris Donnelly. Next up with his Quavers.
He's on a Santa Cruz.
Yeah, but I was trying to identify which one it was. I'm so bad. They all look the same.
It's 5010.
Oh.
Yeah.
It says that in letters there.
Yeah. The letters are what give it away.
TF
tuned, so you know it floats like a butterfly.
Agora MT7s, so it stops.
Very nice. But what should we give that? Super nice?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Next up, we have got Voiceless Notes. Can't afford a car, but I love riding. Upgraded this 2012 Giant XTC 29 to the best of my resources. Well done.
I like that a lot. I'm giving that a super nice. I think we should have more XC hardtop like that.
There's a bike you can use. Well done, Voiceless. Got some good bits on that too. Right, Chad Benjamin. This is my Spicy, Lapierre Spicy. In a lovely red. I like that red.
Yeah, it is racy red, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, technically, what would you say about that bike, Owen?
Well, it's got a Enduro EDR win on it, so it's gone really well.
Bell-wise, what would you give it bell-wise? Would you give it some bell or not bell?
Yeah, I give it.
Really?
Yeah.
Careful, we've given more super nice.
But it's a wonderful background. I really like the horizon there. It's very good.
It's nice horizon. David Osborne now with, is it Top of the World World Cup downhill, the 1PT one. No way!
That's really cool.
Super nice.
Yeah.
That's literally where Steve Pete won his world championship.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Super nice. The bike was, let me just see, it's a transition spike.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Next up, Brian Lamb's beautiful full rides in the Edmonton, Alberta River Valley.
That is super nice because he's got the sunrise bike.
I mean, the
colourway and the sunrise, and you've got the autumn leaves.
It's the colours. Yeah. The colours.
Beautiful.
Super nice. Next up is Pullman David. I'm going to say it might be David Pullman. I'm guessing.
Could be, but let's go with it.
What's that called when a name's 2 names?
Double-barreled?
No, when it's
Hyphenate.
like Elton John, it could be John Elton. It's two first names,
is that a
but
word?
second. Yeah, that's called a thing.
Like a Josh John.
Let us know.
John
Yes,
Josh.
we've got one.
Have we?
Yeah, been biking for 5 years. My old ride was a Schwinn hardtail, nothing wrong with that. But now I'm on an Orbea Ockham. Aren't you the lucky one?
Ooh, that is very nice.
In gold.
I'm just going for it. Super nice, straight away.
Right, lastly, this is Gavin Williams, who's going to have to do an awful lot to get super nice because we can't give everybody super nices. This is his Intense Tracer, photo taken at Bike Park Wales. New skills area. Oh, it's the new skills area at Bike Park Wales. I can't not super nice that.
No, you can't.
It's all super nices. God, how sickly sweet. We were all super nices this week. Great show, Owen.
Thanks.
You're fun.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Let us know what you thought about Red Bull Rampage, Brendan Fairclough's run, Brandon Semenuk's run. Was Tom Isted about to get a first-time podium if he'd laid it down and the wind hadn't taken it? Let us know. Or did you not even watch it? Free riding's boring. The comments is there where you can get involved. We will see you next week.